All right, we've done the cave trail and we're coming back. I'll show some pictures. I didn't get a whole lot of video, but we're about to get caught in a thunderstorm. But it's all around. It's not too bad. It's raining a little bit, but it's not too bad. We can hear the rain. A little bit of thunder in the background. There's been some pretty hard-hitting thunder. All right, I want to go over the hiking trip that we went on to the caves on Glades Road, and it's technically Forest Road number 4563. However, that won't pop up in your GPS. The easiest thing is to look up Almonds Branch Campground, and then once you look up Almonds Branch Campground, what'll happen is that will pull up, and then when you get on the road that Almonds Branch Campground is on, it's going to be mostly a gravel road. And when you get on that road, you're going to travel for a little while, and then you're gonna pass Sliding Rock Trail, but you're not going to see Sliding Rock Trail. And then more than likely you're going to pass the Forest Road, Glades Road, to the hiking spot, and you're going to come up on Almonds Branch Campground on the right. Basically pull up into Almonds Branch Campground as a dispersed camping, turn around and go back, and then you're going to be the first road to the left. It's an easy road. You don't need four-wheel drive. It is downhill going in. It is very low traffic. We were the only people there when we went, but that's how we had to find it. Nothing else would pull up on the maps or on our Google Maps, and it just doesn't pull up that road. So that's the easiest way to do, is go to Almonds Branch, turn around, come back, because the road sign is all covered up. You can't see it, so we had to go back. Now, once you get to the campground, there's a parking space for 3 to 5 cars, depending on the size of the cars, and then it's graveled, but there was nobody there when we went, so we were able to pull up under the shade. And then we went to the trail number. We saw the sign for the trail, and it was trail number 430. And then we started hiking. We saw, your bunches of flowers and your stuff like that. You had all your bugs. My little boy loves the bugs, so we were looking at the bugs, and we were looking at the flowers with my wife, and just all kind of stuff down through there. And basically, you're going to start hiking. And it's a little ways. It's going to take you a good couple hours to go in and look at the stuff, but you're going to start hiking, and then you're going to come to a sign with a fork in the road. And it's the loop. So you come to the fork in the road, and that is the loop. So at the loop, basically what you're going to do at the loop, we went to the right because that's where the caves are the quickest to get to. So go to the right at the fork, and then you're going to come to another sign that says loop trail this way. It's going to say loop trail to the left, and it's kind of a cleared out spot right here, but you can't even really see the caves from the spot. But what you want to do is, when you see that sign for the loop going around to the left, you're going to want to stop, and then there's another small trail off to the left before the loop, and you're going to want to take up that trail, and that's where the caves are. And then once you get to the caves, you're going to see some very big rocks, and then you're going to see trails up and around these rocks, and then you're going to see the caves. These are some very large rock formations that have fallen over on each other over time, and they have cutouts and stuff, and supposedly the natives actually took shelter there. Some of them, we assume, lived there. That was at least the story that we were told. And you're in there, and you can climb and crawl, and I'll show you a video of my little boy actually crawling up on top of them, and you'll see all the pictures of us climbing and crawling around and looking. And the only thing we really saw was some camel crickets. That's all we saw. We didn't see snakes or anything like that. I'm not saying you won't, because it is the forest, but we didn't see any. We saw some granddaddy longlegs, but this is some really cool rock formations, and I highly suggest everybody go and check this out. Now, with us, a thunderstorm popped up, so we actually went back the same way we came, because the loop around is a little bit longer than the way we came in. So we went back the shorter way, so I don't know what's up on the other side. So make sure you go check that out. This is an amazing hiking trail. It's very easy. It was either flat or downhill going in, and it was flat or barely uphill going back. It is not a strenuous hike. I would say it's a low to moderate hike. So I highly suggest anybody that you go check this out. Now the trails in and around the caves, that's a little more strenuous, so some of you may have a little bit harder time. So do know that it's strenuous, but the rest of the trail is not. Could you imagine doing that for miles on end, a lot closer than that? That wouldn't bother me as much right there. It's those that just get so tight. All right, bud, don't get stuck. All right, we're done the cave trail and we're coming back. I'll show some pictures. I didn't get a whole lot of video, but we're about to get caught in a thunderstorm. But it's all around. It's not too bad. It's raining a little bit, but it's not too bad. We can hear the rain. A little bit of thunder in the background. There's been some pretty hard-hitting thunder here, but ooh. But we'll go over. I'll show the pictures that we got from the caves. They're pretty big. They're not actual caves that you go deep down in. They would have been more like shelters. And it actually says it's was shelters for some of the natives, which was pretty cool. And some people still camp there because there was still some pretty fresh burnt wood there. We also saw possibly, it just started raining a little more. And so we possibly saw some petrified wood in the side of the rock, which is pretty cool. We are Christian. We believe in the flood and we believe there's plenty of evidences for it. And we believe that's part of it. We do know that coal is vegetation and wood. And that's part of the way it does. So that's pretty cool. We'll give directions to this place. It's on a forest road. It's got plenty of hiking signs, which were pretty cool. All right, so kind of slick through here. Again, it's still raining. Still got some thunder going on, thunder and lightning. Walking on a lot of rock, for sure. So make sure you wear your hiking shoes. It's not a strenuous hike by any means, because we're on our way back now, and I'm not really breathed, not overly out of breath. I can feel it, but I would wear some hiking shoes, and do know it's probably low moderate. It's not an easy hike, especially when you get to the caves. Again, I'll show pictures of that, but when you get to the caves, they get strenuous up at the caves if you want to see them all. It's just a bunch of huge rocks kind of laying on top of each other, which is really cool. We like stuff like that. So on the road going there, before you get to the actual road that you turn on to get to the campground, you're going to run across the world's smallest, or the United States' smallest post office. That was really cool. We got out, we took some pictures. And you're also going to run across a historic schoolhouse. It's the Whiteside Cove Schoolhouse, built around 1918, and they still use it for services. I assume they had signage and stuff like that, and they actually had a tent popped up. It looked like they might have had a wedding or something there, which was really cool. But we highly suggest you check out this hiking trail, the caves on Glades Road.